Thank you very much, Stacy. Now, the next person I'm going to introduce was the hardest introduction I think I've had to write ever. What could you say about Palatine, Illinois Mayor Rita Mullins? Energetic, totally committed, passionate, and many other things that I can't repeat here from this podium. But we all know her as a totally committed trustee of this organization who has given so much time and energy, committed so much. But today she comes in her work that she has been involved in with the Save a Life Foundation. And I might add that since most of the mayors here sent me a letter asking for more information, I probably don't need to go on and on about this introduction, but Save a Life Foundation and the next presenter are really helping to provide information to mayors about what's available to be able to help train people, especially children, to equip them with the knowledge they need to possibly truly save a life. So it's my pleasure, really, and as a long-standing friend of this mayor, I'm happy to introduce Mayor Mullins to lead her portion of this morning's presentation. Mayor.
Good morning. Like DuPont's CUS program, the Save a Life program is solutions-based, results-oriented, and focusing on the nation's most precious asset, our children. Since the early 1990s, President and founder Carol Spizzirri of the Save a Life Foundation, now a member of the Department of Homeland Security's Citizen Corps, has been active in altering the way bystanders view and approach an emergency scene. Because Carol Spizzirri witnessed firsthand that bystanders are unprepared to assist in times of urgencies, she made it her mission to help others learn how to save a life by training children in basic scene safety, bleed control, CPR, and the Heimlich maneuver, using your own paramedics as teachers in your community. Here is her story.
Her daughter died while others stood by unable to help.
When a parent loses a child, they're always wanting for answers.
How prepared are you for a medical emergency? But the real tragedy was officers couldn't provide first aid.
A life-saving program started here in Illinois could soon be spreading nationwide.
There's too many children throughout this country that are dying because of lack of knowledge by people.
Craig Rivera reports on one mother who lost a great deal and is now trying to change that. A life-saving program started here in Illinois could soon be spreading nationwide.
I'm here today to commend the Save a Life Foundation for its hard work in response to not just our nation's tragedy, but a decade of service to Illinois.
It was on this stretch of Illinois highway that 18-year-old Christina Spizzirri lost control of her vehicle and was severely injured.
The first officers on the scene can't do a thing to help because they don't know first aid.
When a parent loses a child, they're always wanting for answers.
Carol Spizzirri now uses those answers to save lives. This is the last photo of her then 17-year-old daughter, Christina, with her two sisters. It was taken right before she was to attend college and begin fulfilling her childhood dream of becoming a ballerina. A car accident on her way home from work on a Sunday in July of '92 ended all of that.
Unfortunately, that's the public assumption that all police and firefighters and school bus drivers and teachers and coaches are trained in life-saving skills. Unfortunately, that is an assumption, and they are not.
Carol is the founder of the Save a Life Foundation. She says too often kids and even parents don't know what to do when an emergency happens. And that's what the foundation aims to change by teaching students and adults how to get back to the basics, the bystander basics.
The person that's there when an incident takes place gives the person the best chance to survive. It's the person right on the scene know what to do or how to start something that's prior to calling for us.
Carol Spizzirri was instrumental in getting the state legislature to pass a law that all police officers going to the academy must have basic life-saving training.
First of all, it helps us as firefighters when we come on the scene and something is being done. I mean, it gives these people opportunity to live.
There's too many children throughout this country that are dying because of lack of knowledge by people who first arrive on the scene and just are afraid to take action.
Carol created the Save a Life Foundation. She was also instrumental in creating and passing laws to train police and firefighters in first aid. And now they're training the children.
Fireman, right? I'm a firefighter for Chicago. Okay, so I not only talk about these things and talk to kids about what to do in emergencies, but I also do them myself.
Save a Life Foundation is a not-for-profit organization. We work with firefighters, police, anybody with any kind of medical background to go and train the basic CPR and first aid skills to children, to adults, to anybody that would like our training. Right now, the demand for Save a Life program is greater than the resources we have available. If it wasn't for these fundings, we wouldn't be able to train the kids for free.
As a bystander, we must help bridge the gap between the emergency incident and the arrival of EMS professionals. The first link in the chain of survival and the foundation on which all other advanced care will depend in a life-threatening emergency.
I had to take a negative of Chrissy's death and make other people aware and keep her alive in other people. It has been a tough fight, trying to overcome the pain of the loss of a child. Only another parent that's lost a child can understand. And then trying to convince other people that these simple things I'm asking aren't that difficult, and they should be done.
Well, thank you very much. Now I am honored to introduce to you Mayor of Miami, Florida, Mayor Manny Diaz. He recognized the need for such training in his community, incorporated the Save a Life Foundation into his mentoring program, which is offered in the schools in Miami. So, Manny Diaz.
Morning, and before I talk about this subject, let me also highly recommend to all of you to participate in the CUS program. We, as Mr. Bobley mentioned, we did get the grant last year, and we're able to leverage the grant that we got with a $3 million grant from HUD, and as a result, we're doing great things in the city with lead-based prevention. Thank you, Rita, and I want to congratulate and thank you for bringing this very important initiative to our cities and our communities. Mayors, how can we not lend our support to a program that teaches our children in our cities how to save a life? This is especially true when, as mayors facing constant budgetary pressures, we always look to innovative partnerships, and that is how Save a Life came to us in Miami. As with many of you in this room, the status of my city's schools is a foremost priority, especially those schools where greater attention and resources are needed to increase learning gains. This is why 2 years ago, as I started our mentoring initiative, we set out a goal not only to focus resources, but also to provide much-needed positive role models to help turn around our city's underperforming schools, giving more of our children the promise and the hope that comes with a great education. Without any hesitation, Save a Life jumped in with us, bringing firefighters, nurses, doctors, and paramedics into our classrooms to teach basic emergency first response skills to children in kindergarten through 12th grade. Save a Life is a perfect fit with our mentoring initiative in that it fulfills its mission using people that students can look to as leaders. Kids love the paramedics, the firefighters, and other medical professionals. They pay more attention, and they are more likely to respond to these people they really look up to. In the short time that we have partnered, we have trained almost 11,000 students at 4 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 2 high schools. Our goal is to have all City of Miami students trained every year throughout their school career. Now, I don't know if we will catch up with Mayor Daley of Chicago, where Save a Life has already trained nearly 1 million school children, but we will give it a try. We will try because it is essential that children in the City of Miami be equipped with basic life-supporting first aid skills. And that is why we are leading the effort not only to bring Save a Life to all City of Miami schools, but ultimately to schools throughout the state of Florida. I want to thank you, and I encourage all of you to bring this program to your cities. Our children deserve it. Thank you.